I'm Kimberly, a doctorally prepared nurse practitioner, and I am here sharing my journey to becoming a dermatology nurse practitioner. This is my first time doing Vlogmas, and we're back on the couch. I wanted to come on earlier, right after work, but we had a meeting, and they're so informative and educational. And so I wanted to be really attentive to that. And then, once I start doing all my other stuff, the time flies, and here we are. And so, like I said yesterday, today I'm going to talk to you all about NurseCon. I was almost going to change it and talk about the Achieve program instead, because tonight we had our last meeting with the faculty for the end of the year. So I'll come back tomorrow and talk about the Achieve program. But like I said, today I'm going to talk about NurseCon. So, and my products did come in for my my compound products for my hyperpigmentation and melasma. So maybe we'll do a little bit, maybe I'll save that for, tomorrow's Thursday. Maybe I'll save that for Friday, since those are like the titles of the video. I don't want to waste people's time who came here for that specifically. So yeah, we'll catch up on some derm stuff on Friday, but maybe I'll film myself. I'm going to start using the products in the morning, so maybe I'll take some footage. Who are we kidding? I don't know if I'm going to do that in the morning. Maybe that'll be better to do on Saturday. Then I can talk about my experience and my thoughts. So yeah, let's do that. So yeah, maybe we'll save that first. That might be a good day to. Maybe I'll start using them tomorrow. That'll give me a couple days. So when I come back and talk about it on Saturday, I have something to talk about. So we'll do NurseCon tonight, Achieve program tomorrow, and then I'll come with something for Friday. But we're almost there. So NurseCon, if you're not familiar, NurseCon is a fabulous idea started by Nurse Blake, and I just wanted to double check some stats on him. I had a feeling he was in the millions, but I just wanted to confirm. So Nurse Blake, you can find him on Instagram, and I don't actually know like his full nursing education, but honestly, if you're watching this, you've probably heard of Nurse Blake, but you might not heard of NurseCon. So NurseCon is a cruise for nurses, and what a brilliant idea. When I was working in Arizona, that particular hospital, I think they raffled out tickets for the cruise, and so I just kept hearing about it. It was being promoted by the hospital, and of course it was being promoted by the staff, and so I had to look into it. Went online, saw that it was a wonderful opportunity for nurses who work really, really hard to be celebrated and to unwind. And then I saw that they offer CEs. And so I looked to see what are they learning, and it was some really interesting topics. Maybe you've kind of figured out I'm quite inquisitive. So I did look to see all the speakers, and it was a significant number of people with their DNP. And so I thought, well, hey, I wonder, so actually, you know what I was interested in? I was interested in seeing what the criteria was to be a speaker, but it wasn't listed on the website. And so I sent an email to like inquire, and they ended up setting up an interview. And so I did the interview kind of just talking about what it is that I'm into. Yeah, pretty much what my interests are. And then they basically take the post-cruise, they do like a post-cruise survey, and based on the response of all the participants, they come up with the next year's lineup of topics. And so if you happen to speak about something they're really into, then you might get a call back to be a speaker. But in addition to that, they did offer me an option so I didn't get a call back about that, but they did give me the option if I wanted to be on the education committee. Of course, I said yes, because I say yes to a lot of things. And so I just received all the dates for when all those meetings will happen. And it looks like we'll be meeting once a quarter next year. So I'm really excited to be able to share that with you. I'm really excited to be part of that committee and to contribute in whatever way I can. And just like, what a cool option. One thing I love to do in every platform that I have is to share all the many opportunities available in nursing, and it's just so expansive. And as I'm talking to you, once I get off, I have to email my mentee a bunch. Now that she's on her break, I want to take advantage of it and introduce some other things that she can kind of pique her interest, like investing. And at the moment she's interested in becoming a women's health MP, and so there are a few things I want to send her. And so this would be like another thing I would want to share with her, because not only because there's so many opportunities in nursing, which is what I talked about in one of my initial blog videos, what kind of attracted me to nursing, but also it's really good for new nurses and even experienced nurses to understand like how much they can really contribute to the field of healthcare, which is broad and expansive. It's beyond direct patient care. It includes things like education, which I'm really into. That's kind of a big thing for me. And so, especially, you know, those new nurses in particular, you know, you get into nursing with a dream, and then, so, you know, you enter the field, and sometimes that dream can be a little bit challenged, and it may take a while. It certainly takes great mentorship and support to be able to see a little bit beyond your immediate circumstance. And so sometimes seeing that, oh, there's an opportunity for me to connect with my colleagues in the field, to be recognized, even celebrated. Oh, that's wonderful. Let me go do this. Or, oh, look, there's other ways that I can be a nurse, right? And so one thing I used to not like to hear my colleagues say is, oh, I'm just the nurse. Like, what are you saying to yourself, and what are you saying to the patient? Oh, you don't know the answer. Oh, you can't help them. Or, oh, you're not a part of the team. Like, I never really understood what that statement was. And I still don't. And so I think all these things that some of the things that I bring forward on this channel and on my other platforms, to me, clearly indicates that we're more than nurses, right? And so it's not a slight against any other healthcare professional, but my platform targets nurses, nurse practitioners, so that's what my emphasis is on. I'm a huge believer in being a team player, and that it takes a team, and that team includes the patient as well as family and caregivers. But specifically, I'm here to talk to nurses and nurse practitioners. That's my niche. And so I wanted to talk about NurseCon. I'm looking forward to sharing with you along the way. I'm still new to it. If you've been on one of their cruises, and I told the girls, Alicia and Geraldine, like, we definitely need to go on there. And as I'm telling you this, also we're coming up, we started the podcast in May. This is the end of the year. It's not a complete year for us, and we're actually in season 2 at the moment. We have another month for season 2. So we're still in our first year, but even still, we hit some huge milestones recently. We hit more than 100 subscribers on YouTube. Almost, by the time this is up, we might actually have more than 4,000 views, and I think 200 something downloads on the podcast. And so, we have a long way to go, but just so grateful for something that started off kind of like this NurseCon thing. Didn't really know what I was getting into, and here we are just a few months later, almost 12 months, when we started kind of brainstorming, and to see like these little small changes, or these, all the little things, all the little investments that we make along the way is like really starting to gain some traction. And maybe one day we'll, ideally the goal is that one day I'll be looking back and really looking fondly on this time, where I'm looking at each single number, where I actually I'm afforded the time and opportunity to even look at each number, to appreciate it, to respond to every comment, to answer every single question. And so it's really just a wonderful time of reflection. And so, yeah, I think one big thing we want to put on our resume as podcast hosts is attending NurseCon. How cool would that be? So stay tuned for that. And so I'm looking forward to seeing what we're going to do in this committee, and equally excited to also go on the cruise. And so we'll close out talking about what they're going to do this year. I can't remember where they went last year, but this year they're going to Mexico. It's April 9th to the 14th. They're 80% sold out. They take, and it's the whole ship. It's the whole ship is nurses, which, and from everywhere too, which is so exciting. 5 nights. They're on the Norwegian Breakaway. That's the name of the ship. Their first stop, so it departs from Miami. Their first stop will be Cozumel, Mexico. They're going to go to the Bahamas. And then yeah, and then the other days they're at C. And it's just so incredible. I'll put the link in the description box, and I just want you to check it out. Yeah, it's a diverse group of participants. They've got pool parties, lots of photos, lots of Instagrammable moments, casino night, there's games. Like I said, there's lectures, C&Es, yeah, shows. It's just like a cruise. Game show, you get to see Nurse Blake, who sounds just fabulous. I really can't wait to get to know more about him. Looks like he's signing a book, so maybe he's written a book. But the idea is simple, and you have to love something like that. And so yeah, there's so many things you can do in nursing. I think that's amazing. And so let's see if we can get some prices here before we close out. So you have to pick your guest. So let's just go for all 4. You can pick the different interior, which I would not recommend. I had one of my first cruises this year, and I did pick the interior room, and I won't do it again. You literally can't tell what time of day it is because there's no daylight that comes through there. It's great if you need sleep, though. I won't admit that. So you can get ocean view, stateroom, balcony. So let's go for the balcony. Oh, that's not too bad. For the balcony per person, $549. Oh, they have a family club balcony. Yeah, I guess you could bring your family. And then you can pick which deck you want to be on. So let's pick this one. Oh, okay, that one's sold out. You only have 20 minutes to pick your, complete your reservation. Oh, wow. They really are getting sold out here. Every time I pick a different deck, it's sold out. Ooh, well, that's 4 people. So yeah, if this was 4 people, yeah, I'm not even gonna tell you how much that was. So about, yeah, for each person, it's about $1,000 roughly. If you pick, I picked like the balcony room. I picked the top of every option. So that's pretty good, I think. But just what a fun opportunity. And you know what I really appreciated? I appreciated that hospital that would even raffle something off like that, you know, hint, hint. What a great, that's so much better than like pizza parties and, what did I get before? I have gotten umbrellas, like chapstick, not even lip balm, chapstick. You know, sandwiches, things like that. So much more memorable. Plus you have CEs. And then if that organization, you know, is a sponsor, like, I mean, come on, look at all the opportunities are endless. So that's NurseCon. Check it out. If you've been, please let me know. When should we go? Certainly we can't go this year. So maybe next year or the year after. I really want to go to Africa in the next 2 years. So we'll see. I need to be able to take a significant amount of time off for that to happen. So yeah, so check us out for that. Maybe once we get some big numbers, I'm sure they get hit up all the time though. But yeah, me and the girls, we need to go on that cruise. And so if you want to join us, let us know. We can start to put some numbers together. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. I'll come back tomorrow. We'll talk about the Achieve program, which if you're not familiar is under Diversity in Dermatology, of course. And it is a online didactic program designed specifically for nurse practitioners and physician associates in their first 3 years to help build in their first 3 years of derm practice, to help build our medical derm foundation. So I'll get into all the details tomorrow. I was a participant this year, and so I'll share my experience thus far and what comes after this. So have a wonderful night. If you're not already, please like, share, and subscribe. And yeah, leave me a comment or 2.